Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there, pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has credited us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halak here from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, with another lesson. And in this lesson, man, it's going to be another part of the expected end. And what does it go into? The expected end is what the Most High has always planned to do for the 12 tribes of Israel. You see, this is what we find laid out in prophecy. This is what the Most High promised, you see, and made an oath that he would bring it to pass. You see that? Now, here up under Esau, the false narrative have been pushed about the scriptures and what the Most High intends to do. They haven't given you the full understanding of what the Most High's will is. You see, saying that the Most High is going to do things that he never said he was going to do. You see, but we're here to tell you as the prophets that the Most High has already laid out from the beginning what is going to take place, especially with his children, the Israelites, man. Now, what we're going to go into today is that a part of the expected end is what? Us being brought into that second covenant. And this all goes back to that promise and that oath that the Most High made unto our forefather Abraham, man. Now, I want to go here in Genesis 17, right? Now, when you go here to Genesis 17, this is the oath that was made, man. This is what the Most High promised he would do. And this is not being disannulled. This is not being changed. You see, the Most High hasn't overturned this, you see, as the world wants you to believe. Everything the Most High has spoken, look, man, it's set to come to pass. Point blank, period. Now, this is Genesis 17:7. It says, "And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee." You see that? This is what the Most High has promised unto Abraham. To his seed, he made the promise unto who? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and ultimately the 12 tribes. To make an everlasting covenant with us. Now, what does that entail? That entails us being brought out of this low condition, this wicked state that we suffer in this flesh, you see, not being perfect. And I went into the lesson yesterday. The Most High said he's going to glorify us. That all goes hand in hand with what? Being brought into the second covenant that the Most High promised he would make with the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, when you go back to Jeremiah 31, this is what the Most High is going to do for his people. So this is Jeremiah 31:31. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah." And that's going to do what? That's going to fulfill that promise we just read about in Genesis 17. That's the everlasting covenant that the Most High promised Abraham he would bring his seed into. You see? Here it is. And you can find it in a few more places in the scriptures, because that promise has not been disannulled. It has not been canceled out. You see? So Jeremiah 31:31, it says what? "Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah," all 12 tribes. You see? Verse 32 says what? "Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers." You see that? Because the first covenant was only made with the Israelites. You can go read that in Exodus chapter 24, start at verse 3. That's who that first covenant was made with, the Israelites, man. But this second covenant, it won't be likened unto the first. It's gonna be something better. You see, it's gonna be something more glorious. You see, because in the second covenant, we're gonna be made immortal. You see, as you'll see as we continue to read, it says what? Jeremiah 31 and 32. Not according to that covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them. And why do we break that first covenant? Is because of the flesh, man. So I say is what? Finding fault with them, finding fault with us because we're in the flesh. We couldn't keep that first covenant in perfection as the Most High intended us to keep it. You see? Because we went off. Every single last one of us, man. That's why our second covenant had to be made. This is why Yahweh Shai had to come and be a sacrifice for the 12 tribes of Israel. So it says what? Although I was a husband unto them, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their heart, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. So this is the expected end that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has for the 12 tribes. He's going to put the laws, statutes, and commandments in us, and we're going to keep them in perfection, man. You see? That's a part of that glory that the Most High is about to bring into the house of Israel. Going all the way back to the promise made unto our forefather Abraham. This is the expected end. You see, and with us being brought into this second covenant, see, I might have to do another part going into the what? The blessings. You see? Because being brought into this second covenant and being made completely righteous, that allows us to have access to all the blessings that we read about in Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. You see? And it's going to be beautiful, man. Finally taken from this low condition, you see, to never have to suffer ever again. This is what the Most High has promised to do for the Israelites. This is the true narrative of the Bible, man. This is what the Bible actually goes into. The things the Most High promises to do for his chosen people. You see? Now it goes on to say, verse 34. Now this is going to be a cut to all these guys out here talking about we're already in the second covenant. No, we're not. You see? This is why we say what? Prophecy exposes everything. Prophecy lets us know how everything is supposed to be according to the Most High's will. Now, if we're under the second covenant, listen to what it says. Verse 31. Verse 34. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. For they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. For I will forgive their iniquity and will remember their sin no more. Do you see that? So if we were really up under the second covenant already, there would be no need for any teachers, because all of Israel would know the Most High. Jay-Z doesn't know the Most High. Pookie and Ray Ray and John on the corner, they don't know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Meg the Stallion, Cardi B, Sexy Red, these bitches don't know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? Under the second covenant, all of Israel will be all righteous, man. As we just went into the lesson yesterday, Isaiah 60, right? It says what? And all thy people shall be all righteous. Going into what? Us being brought into the fullness of that second covenant, which hasn't happened yet. That's the part of the glory that we're going to receive once Yahweh Shai returns to deliver the remnant, man. That hasn't happened yet. But this is what the Most High intends to do, and it will be done. That expected end, man. You see? Never sinning again. Just being righteous all day, every day, man. Having no more wicked thoughts. You see? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is about to perfect his people, man. And it's laid out all throughout the scriptures. Because you can go here to Hebrews. So lucky, man. I'm kind of under the weather right now. This is Hebrews 8. It goes into what? A new covenant. And it precepts to where? Jeremiah 31 and 31, just like we're reading. You see? Like we already read, man. Showing you that the Old and the New Testament go hand in hand. If this was what? Done away with, or the Old Testament didn't matter anymore, why is the Apostle Paul quoting from the Old Testament? It's because the Most High is still going to do everything he intended to do. Everything he promised he would do. Everything the Most High, he's going to do everything according to that oath that he made unto our forefather Abraham. Hebrews 8 and 7 says what? For that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. So if the first covenant could have made us perfect, there would be no need for the second covenant. You see? But it goes on to say, verse 8, for finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. You see that? Because we're finding that fault because we're in this flesh, this sinful flesh. You see? That just lusts to do completely opposite to what the Most High really wants us to do, you know? Because of this flesh, a second covenant had to be made. Something better, man. And it goes on to say, verse 9, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. You see that? We didn't continue in that first covenant because what? Once again, we sinned. We went off. We broke it. You see? But it goes on to say, verse 10, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write it in their hearts, and will be to them a God, and they shall be my people. Why is the Apostle Paul quoting Jeremiah if the Old Testament has been done away with? It's because it hasn't. That's just a false narrative given to you by the pagan Roman Christian Catholic Church. You see? That's all it is. The Most High still intends to do everything he promised he was going to do. That's why the Apostle Paul is reiterating it here in Hebrews 8. You see, bringing it back into remembrance. Because it must be done, because the Most High doesn't lie. 11 says what? And they shall teach. It's like it. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. You see that? Every Israelite will know the Most High under that second covenant. This is how we know we're not under it at the moment. You still got Israelites out here celebrating Christmas, eating pork. You got Israelites out here still stealing and murdering each other, or stealing from each other, murdering each other, committing adultery, worshiping false idols. Israel is still doing these wicked things, man. If we were already up under the second covenant, there would be no Israelite going off, man. There would be no Israelite sinning. You see? But since we still see Israel in the earth doing all manner of madness, which is contrary to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, that's how we know that we're not in the second covenant as of yet. This hasn't happened yet, man. This is the expected end the Most High plans to bring us into. We haven't been brought into the fullness of it yet. Because once again, if we were, we wouldn't have to teach. We won't have to go on the highways and byways. We won't have to tell Israel to repent. You see? This is a future prophecy of things to come for the Most High's people according to the oath and the promise that he made. You see? Verse 12 says what? For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. And that he saith, a new covenant, he have made the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. Because what? We see the signs of the times happening. Let us know that our Lord Yahweh Shah is very close to returning. And it's time for us, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. It's time for us to be ushered into the fullness of that second covenant. And that old covenant is going to be what? It's going to be forgotten and passed away, because we're going to be brought into something better. Something more glorious. You see? Going to be brought into the what? Going to be brought into everlasting life. Immortality. As promised, man. You see? So that, just wanted to go into that real quick, man. Lord willing, that was edifying. I'll probably do a couple more parts of this, going into more of what Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah plans to do for us, man, his people. You see? So once again, man, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah Bahasham Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Le'akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Baba.